What's up, you guys? I am eating, but I wanted to come in and talk to you guys about said done boob job that was done a week ago. So obviously my boobs haven't dropped and fluffed as much as they're like going to, but I already freaking love them. Also, you guys, I got double, what's it called? Coleslaw. The guy was like, you don't see that very often, and I made a joke. I was like, I'm white. And, well, he was Russian, so. But I was like, I'm white. And he was like, no, you'd actually be surprised. I was like, okay, well. And then he was like, I'll be honest with you, though. Like, you see it most commonly with the old people. Damn. What the hell happened to the... Okay, well, anyways. I know I'm disgusting, you guys. Anyway, sorry you guys had to witness that. So I went out for the first time today. Or I drove for the first time today. And it was very nerve-wracking. My anxiety was so bad today because, long story short, got a rash 3 days into taking my medications. Had a rash for the past 3 days. And it's just like worse now. It's on my sides, it's on my ribs, it's on my stomach. It's on my neck. It started on the neck, but it's just made me really anxious. And apparently a couple other girls that I know who just got surgery recently also had the same, not same exact type of rash, but they also had the same scenario, had a rash. I think it can be pretty normal though. Like, with the intensity of surgery, I feel like your body just doesn't know what to do. And you can get rashes. I thought I was allergic to the food I ate, and I was just waiting for anaphylactic shock to take its course. I'm at the end of taking the meds that I was allergic to, I think. Because I finished my antibiotics. I had one left though, and then I got all nervous about antibiotic resistance or whatever, but that can't really happen if you just miss like one dose. And I was taking it 4 times a day, every single day for 5 days. Missed it once because I went to sleep and my boyfriend felt bad. I looked cozy, so he didn't want to wake me up. So I was like a little worried about that, but I don't think I can get that from just like missing one. But I love my boobs. I've been a lot more exhausted than usual, but I think I'm just really out of shape, and getting surgery I think just took a toll on me. Plus I have these healing stitches. Although I don't feel as out of breath as I thought I would. Earthquake. I'm just kidding. But I think it's because I wore push-up bras for so long, and push-up bras make me so out of breath. They make me feel like sick. They make me feel like I'm suffocating. Give me really bad anxiety and headaches when I wear them because how tight my chest gets. So I thought that I was going to have that same exact experience with it, but no. Feels nothing like a push-up bra. I don't care what anybody says. It was so scary in the beginning to take a deep breath because it felt like if I took too deep of a breath, I just had these balls, like they were kind of like hard balls on my chest. It felt like one big breath was gonna rip my stitches, and it still kind of feels like that. It still feels like if I take way too big of a breath, I'm gonna rip my stitches, which is like kind of terrifying, but I don't think I'm gonna rip my stitches. The pain has been pretty low, but I had somebody taking care of me for the first 4 days. I need to go grocery shopping, but I'm just not prepared to do grocery shopping. All the lifting, the pushing of the cart, everything is hard. Definitely gonna take me like a week or 2 more to feel confident with things like that. I stated a little bit ago because I was in my car all nervous after going to the mall, getting like a reservation for Apple because my phone is broken. Hey! And I was like on the verge of a panic attack. But, I also got this like really big pit of doom in the car. Like earlier I was taking selfies and like feeling myself with the new boobs. And then all of a sudden I was just hit with this like wave of despair. I felt a little mentally ill. And what I was saying in the car on that video that I recorded, like it was a quick little vlog for my recovery video, I was just kind of saying like yoga would help me usually. Like this is a moment I would do yoga. So the weird part about surgery though is like you do it to yourself. So like it's like when you're sad and when I feel that pit of despair, I'm like feeling like I don't get to be sad, but I don't know. I think I get to be sad. I don't know. I don't think it has something to do with the boobs. I think it's like more mental stuff going on that I feel regardless of the boobs. Just it's been such a scary couple of days that... You okay? My cat is hungry. It's just been such a scary couple of days that I don't know. I feel heavy, I guess, mentally. And I miss my yoga. I miss my working out. Like, I was also a long walker. I was always going on very long walks, only once a day. But it would basically be like a 5,000 step walk, which that's like 2 miles, which is pretty like decent in my opinion. But I can't even really do that. I get too out of breath. And also like, not to mention you guys, like I would look forward to yoga on those walks. Like the whole thing of those walks, I'd be like, I can't wait to get home and do yoga. So it's like what I looked forward to is gone, you know? Not for long. Hopefully I can get back into the groove of things in 6 weeks. Oh my gosh. I don't know how encapsulation works. I do know how it works actually. But I don't know if working out early or messing with those muscles early, I don't know if that genuinely puts you at a lot of risk for encapsulation. I've heard theories on it, like that's genetic. I don't know, why is it with like health stuff that everything's an opinion? I swear to God, it's all an opinion. Like my doctor said it's not, one doctor said it was genetic, and the next one said it wasn't. The one that I saw for this, the one that my doctor, he said that it's genetic. So no one in my family has had encapsulation, and I know that because there's been a decent amount of boob jobs for women who had breast cancer in my family. So, and I don't know what type of family it is. I don't know if it's far family. I don't think they're related to my mom per se. I think no, some of the people in my mom's family, yes, have had breast cancer and died to it. But like the majority of the reason why it feels like there's so many in our family is because it's like my mom's family that's like on the unrelated side. Like it would be like her like brother's wife's mom or something, you know, and then like people that are close through family, you know, you get the gist. Yeah, that's like the only risk that I know of. Well, they're not even related to me though. My mom. I don't know what tangent I'm going on. I feel dizzy, y'all. Not like bad dizzy. It's more like, I don't know how to describe it. Like sick dizzy. But I think it's mental. You guys, I'm trying not to overeat. I absolutely do not want to feel sickies. So, oh jeez. I thought I brought my water over here. Apparently I did not. But I can't wait to show the final product when my breasts are fully healed. I don't really feel like they're like giant, in your face, like ridiculous, but I literally have never felt so like, I felt like I was intimidating everybody today. And normally, like, I don't mean to, like, I know this sounds like really self-conceited, but I would consider myself to be a pretty woman, and I tend to have people be friendly with me and like, or sometimes people are meaner to you because they find you attractive and they don't want to seem like they're like finding you attractive, so they kind of like make you feel like shit. I've had that experience like so many times, and I don't know, maybe I'm thinking too deep into things. Maybe there's a certain level of thinking that's like a little too deep. But I just feel like it would make sense, you know, because I've done that with men that I found attractive, especially when I was younger. Like if I found a guy attractive and he was attractive just in general, I would be less friendly than I would be to an ugly man. Ugly? Sorry, that sounds really mean, but you get it. Because, you know, like if I find him hot, I don't want that to be like blazingly obvious, because that's like embarrassing on my end, you know? So I feel like that's what a lot of people do with me. Now I'm like, I keep it 100 with everybody. There's no need to like treat people differently because of how they look. I kind of have to fight it still though. Like if I meet a woman who's very attractive, if I see a girl and I'm like, in my head, I'm like, oh my God, that's the most stunning woman I've ever seen, I will be nice, yes. But I have to kind of fight this feeling of like the play nonchalant, don't be too much, because it's like embarrassing, you know? But I never let that stop me from like being nice, because I feel like if that's happening to me, it's like really annoying when someone's kind of, it happens a lot. People, like with men especially, they'll be like rude at first when they greet you, and not actually, let me rephrase that. They'll be like kind of cold. They'll try to act like they're not really like being that nice, and then like 20 minutes, like if it's somebody like working on your phone or something, 20 minutes into like sitting down and chilling, like, and chatting or whatever, if it's a doctor or technician or something, eventually they start becoming like extremely nice, like really nice to me, and it's really common. And then I'll be like, why were they so like standoffish and kind of like rude to me when I first like greeted them? And you know, I don't know, it happens a lot. But I just felt like today people were like scared of me. Like, I don't know, like I went to get my juice and the dude just seemed like so fucking nervous, and then the guy at Apple seemed like really like nervous at first and was kind of doing that cold thing, and then started being like nicer as, you know, we started chatting about the phone. And then yeah, at Cane's, the guy was, I've never really, the guy was really nice actually. He was funny. He said something that kind of felt like could have been taken offensive. I wish I recorded that interaction. I was like, I should literally do like the driving around and getting like fast food and then eating in the car and make videos like that all the time and do like chat with me's for fun. Because also like just something about like recording and that whole vibe makes going out and about feel lighter and less stressful, and it kind of takes the focus off of like everything's so serious and puts in this little like fun, like whimsical state, because hello, content, it's like content farming, it's kind of fun. Rather than just like going through life and I'm in my head thinking about like my relationship and my money problems and my stress and my family, you know. So recording's kind of fun. And it was so funny because yeah, I told you guys I got the coleslaw. He was like, that's just not very your usual thing. And I was like, yeah, I'm white. I love coleslaw. Like I joked, and then he said it's like seen with the old people. And then I was like, oh, I'm so sorry. Can I add on a sauce? And he was like, usually that's very annoying, but you're very polite, so I'll give it to you. Really? Usually that's annoying? I don't know. Some people are different. Some people are like, I don't know. I don't really, when I was in customer service, I didn't really give a shit. I would give out free sauce all the time. But I worked for like a smaller business. I worked for like a place that had like, it wasn't like corporate like that. I mean, it was corporate, but they had like 4 locations in California, so. Okay, you guys. Got off topic. Here is, I'm about to go stare at the wall for like 5 minutes, 10 minutes, like relax. I'm so tired. I went to sleep at 4 in the morning and I woke up at like 10:30. Not bad, but I'm really exhausted. And yeah, I'm gonna probably like literally edit this right now for funsies, for a little update of what's going on with me. And I will see you guys soon. I'm gonna try to make more YouTube content. I just don't feel like it's ever gonna do well, you know? I don't know. But that doesn't matter. I think literally, like I said, there's something like whimsical and fun about just putting yourself out there and going through life like that. I also think I'm gonna be getting lip filler very soon. So that will be vlogged. And I think because the place I always used to go to, the lady is really nice. And so I would probably just record that whole thing and have the lady on camera, see if she would let me set my tripod up while I get it, just like all that jazz, and do it for funsies, because lip filler is totally like the least scary thing on earth. I don't know, like I don't get any anxiety about that. There's risks that could happen, but I still don't get any anxiety about lip filler. I have a finger cramp. Okay, I need to drink some water, and I think I'm gonna start taking my supplements. I'm gonna take some vitamin D and some B12. I haven't taken those in over 3 weeks because I just wanted to cut out everything so that my surgery would run smooth. I didn't want the chance of messing up anything. I didn't even research if I should cut those out or not. Like, I mean, I did a little bit actually, that's a lie. Me not researching things, and I call it researching, but really it's just like obsessively looking for information. My stitches are itchy because this bra's so tight. Boobs are a lot bigger than I anticipated. I'm also gonna go search and buy a fun, cute, lacy bralette to try on tomorrow. Hopefully it comes tomorrow. But yeah, I love you guys so much, and I'm so happy about the boobs. This is the best choice I've literally ever made in my entire life. If you are debating on getting a boob job, I mean, you heard my whole experience. I'm making the video of the recovery. That's gonna take about like 3 weeks because I want to show the final product. But I really like highly, you know, recommend a good doctor. And it should 100% go smooth. You might get a rash. My rash is actually getting itchy right now. It gets itchier every time I eat. But yeah, I love you guys. Happy early holidays, and thanks for hanging out with me while I eat my like total loads of fucking coleslaw.